Hello, everybody. Welcome to Cookie Games. Yay! So today we're going to try something a little different. I thought I would take a look at some game news going on. If you guys really like this kind of thing, then maybe we can make it uh, more often, more permanent. I'm not sure if we're going to do once a week or once a month, but we'll see how it goes. Like I said, I just wanted to try something new and take a look at what's going on in the world of gaming. Okay, so I went through and just kind of grabbed some interesting looking articles from this week. Let's see what is going on. I hope you're all having a great week and can't believe it's almost fall. Oh my goodness, I love fall. Okay, so this first article is independent from the UK. It's a science one, but it says video game technology helps paralyzed women speak, researchers say. The development opens up a way to restore natural communication for those who cannot talk. So that sounds really cool. Nina Macy. Okay, so let's see. Video game technology has helped a woman left paralyzed after a stroke speak again, researchers report. Edinburgh-based speech graphics and American researchers at UC San Francisco and UC Berkeley say they have created the world's first brain-computer interface that electronically produces speech and facial expression from brain signals. That's really cool. The development opens up a way to restore natural communication for those who cannot speak. The experts explain that the same software that is used to drive facial animation in games such as The Last of Us Part 2 and Hogwarts Legacy turns brainwaves hold on, I pushed a button. Okay. Turns brainwaves into a talking digital avatar. Our goal is to restore a full embodied way of communicating, which is really the most natural way for us to talk with others. The research was able to decode the brain signals of the woman and into three forms of communication: text, synthetic voice, and facial animation on a digital avatar, including lip sync and emotional expressions. That makes me think of, like, I'll watch shows where they have a futuristic, whatchamacallit, some sort of gaming device, like a VR type thing, where they sit in a pod and they make the character, the avatar that you're playing, look just like you in this, pretend show, right? So that makes me think of that. I wonder if for gaming type stuff, if eventually that'll be for everybody else. That'd be kind of cool. Also a little scary. I don't know. It's new. New things kind of scare me a little bit, but it does sound like it'd be a lot of fun. According to the researchers, this represents the first time facial animation has been synthesized from brain signals. Facial animation, that is so cool. Especially where it said the woman's paralyzed, so she can be able to do like everything normal, being able to talk and use her face muscles and all that stuff. That's pretty cool. The team was led by the chairman of neurological surgery at UCSF, Edward Chang, who has spent a decade working on brain-computer interfaces. Restore a full embodied way. These advancements bring us much closer to making this a real solution for patients. Okay, and then it looks like it goes on to talk about kind of more what it does. Paper thin rectangle with 253 electrodes implanted on the surface of the woman's brain over areas that are critical for speech. They intercepted the brain signals, if not for the stroke, would have gone to muscles. Okay. Cable plugged into a port, connected the electrodes to a bank of computers with AI, associated with vocabulary over 1,000 words. Thanks to the AI, the woman could write text as well as speak using a synthesized voice based on recordings of Anne speaking at her wedding before she was paralyzed. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna cry. The woman worked with the researchers for weeks so the AI could decode her brain activity into facial movements. Okay, so this wasn't like a install the thing and they're done. They had to work with it to figure out what was the right settings, I guess. It says it stimulates muscle contractions over time, including speech, articulations, and nonverbal activity. In one approach, the team used the subject's synthesized voice as input into the system in place of her actual voice to drive the muscles. The software then converted the muscle actions into 3D animations and a video game engine. The result was a realistic avatar of the subject that accurately pronounced words in sync with the synthesized voice as a result of her efforts to communicate. That is amazing. For somebody that's trapped in their own body like that, to be able to express themselves, I can't even imagine. That's crazy. She could also cause the avatar to express specific emotions well beyond video games. Yeah, that's what I was saying, is like this is way beyond what we have for video games right now, and if they could add that to that, I mean, this is amazing, just the what they're using it for now, but I think there's a lot of application that could be for video games as well. Let's see. I'm gonna try and speed it up so you guys. I'll leave the links down below to all of these so you can go through and read it more if you're more interested. Let's see. Here's another one. It says in a separate study, researchers used brain-computer interface, or BCI, to enable a 68-year-old woman called Pat. A 68-year-old woman called Pat Benet, who has ALS, also known as motor neuron disease, to speak. Although Miss Benet's brain can still formulate directions for generating phonemes, units of sound, the muscles involved in speech cannot carry out the commands. They implanted 2 tiny sensors in 2 separate regions of her brain and trained an artificial network to decode intended vocalizations. With the help of the device, she was able to communicate at an average rate of 62 words per minute, which is 3.4 times as fast as the previous record for a similar device. It also moves closer to the speed of natural conversation, which is about 160 words per minute. Okay, so it said 62 to 160, and that's pretty good, considering that, before you can't really talk at all. Computer interface achieved a 9.1 word error rate on a 50-word vocabulary, which is 2.7 times fewer errors than the previous state-of-the-art speech. Okay, this is a scientific proof of concept, not an actual device people can use in everyday life. That's what the lead author, Frank Willett, said. Well, I mean, obviously, this sounds like super new, so I doubt they're going to have it for, oh my gosh, toes. They're not going to have it for the general audience quite yet. It says, but it's, he goes on to say, but it's a big advance towards restoring rapid communication to people with paralysis who can't speak. And that's what I was saying. This is amazing. Miss Benet wrote, okay, that's the second person. She says, imagine how different conducting everyday activities like shopping, attending appointments, ordering food, going into a bank, talking on a phone, expressing love or appreciation, even arguing will be when nonverbal people can communicate their thoughts in real time. That's what I was saying. That's just, oh my gosh. The breakthrough for this is so cool. All right, let's get past the toes. And, is that the end of the article? Okay, so that looks like the end. That's really neat. What do you guys think about this one? Like, overall, what do you think about this technology that they're doing? I'm guessing this, let's see, it says, video game technology has helped a paralyzed woman speak in San Francisco. So, I'm guessing this is actual picture of the device. That's really cool. Or an example of the device. What do you guys think about this kind of thing? I mean, aside from the fact of how amazing it is for paralyzed people and for other people who can't speak as well as they want to, is there a future application for video games? Is that something you think would happen? Okay, so that's really cool. So let's go on to the next one that I saw. Okay, Los Angeles. Oh, this one is, okay, so I've been kind of keeping an eye on this because I'm excited. This one's the comingsoon.net TV news. And it says, this one's with, oh my gosh, I keep pushing the wrong button. Okay. Prime Video's Fallout release date revealed for video game series. So I love the Fallout games. They are so much fun to play. Um, let's see. Prime Video revealed the release date for its upcoming original series, Fallout. The highly anticipated TV adaptation. The game franchise will stream in 2024. The series will be set in Vault 33, an underground bunker in Los Angeles. Okay, what to expect in Fallout? It says it's based on a video game franchise that debuted in 1997. Set in a post-apocalyptic future, Fallout depicts the aftermath of a nuclear war where society is forced to seek shelter underground in vaults. Fallout draws inspiration from a future imagined by Americans in the 1950s. And that's one thing I love about the games is like the overall music and the aesthetics, just the 1950s. Let's see, it says a teaser trailer was shown at Gamescom 2023, and the footage revealed the dusty, barren wasteland in Vault 33. Fallout's ensemble cast includes Walton Goggins, Ella Purnell, Kyle Macklin, Maclachlan, Zila Menz Jones, and Aaron Moten. Fallout is developed and written by Westworld creators Lisa Joy and Jonathan Nolan. Let's see. Okay, so says they're doing Amazon Studios, Bethesda Game Studios, and the Softworks and Kilter Films. Okay, so they do have the video game guys working on it. Looks like that's the guy that wrote the article. So I want to see if we can see the trailer. Can I get to it from here? Is this... So they don't have an actual date. It just says in 2024. I mean, that's closer than what we had, but... Hold on, let's click on the... Oh, yeah, it just says 2024. Okay, I was kind of hoping for... I haven't actually read through these articles. I was kind of hoping it would be, an actual date, but that's okay. We can wait longer. As I just want it to be okay. I'm not going to set the bar too high. I want it to be decent. I mean, this is a video game series that I love, and I'm so excited to see the um the show adaptation for it. Let's see if we can see a trailer. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm gonna look on YouTube. I'm sure it's gotta be somewhere, right? All right, here it goes. I found it. Let's go.
not easy to find. Usually on the move.
Oh my gosh. I am so excited for this. Oh my goodness. Okay, I was trying not to squeal during the whole trailer, but oh, it just looks so amazing. Like I said, I absolutely love the games. I haven't played them on this channel just because this channel, I want to keep it more of a family friendly kind of channel. I do have another channel that honestly I haven't been on too much just because I have been all the medical family stuff going on right now. But the plan is for my other channel, which is Moonlight Gaming, is for more games like Fallout. I have Mass Effect on there right now, which I do need to get back to. I haven't played that in a while. Anyways, if this is something you guys are interested in seeing me play, like the different Fallout games, I haven't played them in a long time, so I'm going to be rusty. I'm not going to pretend to be some expert, but I absolutely love the games and it would be so much fun to play them. So just let me know. We could do that after Mass Effect. I do want to get through Mass Effect. Hi, sweetheart. I do want to get through Mass Effect as it is another one of my absolutely favorite games. So, oh my gosh, you crazy kid. Okay, so on to the next one. What else did I find on here? Oh yes, Martinet, I think is how you say it. Charles Martinet, iconic voice of Mario, retires from performing as a character in video games. I have no idea what that is there. Let's see, it says, is stepping back from recording character voices for Nintendo as he transitions to a new role. I wonder what that is. Oh, he's a Mario ambassador, will travel the world and interact with fans on behalf of the gaming company. Okay. So he's going to step back from voicing. I wonder if that means that, I think it's Chris Pratt that did the Mario for the newest Mario movie. He started at Nintendo in 1991, and his first major performance as the mustachioed Clemmer was in 1996's Super Mario 64, the landmark 3D platformer that introduced much of the world to Mario's enthusiastic Italian intonation. He's credited for voicing Mario and a handful of other Mushroom Kingdom adventurers, including Luigi, Wario, and Waluigi, in over 150 Nintendo games, bringing to life Mario's unforgettable catchphrases like Mamma Mia, Wahoo, and Let's Go! Martinet left his mark on some of Nintendo's biggest properties, including Mario Kart, Super Mario Galaxy, and Mario Party. So that's him. He's with a giant Mario, and I'm not sure who that is or that. But so that's really neat. I mean, look at this. To be able to do all of that and to be such an iconic voice, whether or not you like him better or the original voice of Mario better or even the new guy, like I said, I think it's Chris Pratt, um, that's still an amazing accomplishment for him to do. I mean, it says 150 Nintendo games. You know, Mario, like Luigi, Waluigi. Let's see. Charles Martinet. Oh wait, he even had a brief Oh my gosh, he keep pushing the wrong button. Martinet even had a brief cameo in this year's The Super Mario Bros. Movie, in which Chris Pratt took over as Mario. Okay, so yeah, it is Chris Pratt that does it now. I think he was like one of the side characters towards the beginning, like one of the older people that was there. Yes, baby. Sorry, my son is playing Minecraft. He's 4, so he struggles a little bit sometimes. But he has so much fun. I just let him explore and experiment, I should say, and try out different things in the game. He's stuck in looks like an underground bunker. I think his brother made it actually. Is that a bed? If you guys are interested, I can put up little clips of him playing. I'm sure he'd love it. Yep. Okay. Back to Mario. Let's see. He's moving on to a brand new role, stepping back from recording character voices for our games, continue to travel the world sharing the joy of Mario. We want to thank and celebrate him. Please keep an eye out for a special video message from Shigeru Miyamoto and Charles himself, which will post at a future date. Martinet shared Nintendo's statement on his Twitter account, writing, "My new adventure begins. You are all #1 in my heart." Oh my gosh, that's so cute. I want to see, it says up here at the top that there is a, like, this just doesn't look like it. I thought there was like a little news clip that we could watch, but this might not be it. Hold on, let me see if I can get it to work. Okay, here we go. I found it.
Huge news from the video game world this morning. Mario is leaving the Mushroom Kingdom.
Hello, it's me, Mario. Woohoo!
Nintendo says Charles Martinet, who's been the voice of the iconic character Mario for nearly 30 years, is stepping aside. No word yet on who might replace him. Martinet will continue to serve as a Mario ambassador, making appearances at international events. He did thank his fans on a social media post that reads, "My new adventure begins. You are all #1 in my heart." Wow.
Grew up with that voice.
Yeah, wow.
You know who they could probably get to play Mario now?
Chris Pratt.
Okay, that was so cute. Okay, so that's so much fun. Sounds like Chris Pratt is not exactly, they're not saying, oh, he's going to be the new voice just for this last movie. I'm guessing he might do another movie, but it makes sense that he wouldn't take over as the exact voice for Mario just because I'm sure he's really busy with a bunch of other, acting jobs, acting movie things and stuff. He's become quite a big actor recently. PCGamer.com, it says why people are talking about Starfield start screen. Gaming's latest Twitter dust-up explained. Oh, yes, I heard about this. I was kind of curious what was going on. It says Bethesda, of course, head of publishing Pete Hines defended the Bethesda head of publishing Pete Hines defended the Starfield team after a former game dev criticized the startup menu. Okay, so this is a picture of the menu. I don't know if you guys can, hopefully you can see it, a little small. Can I make this bigger? Maybe. Take a look. Oh my gosh. Okay. So there's the startup menu. I've seen a lot of menus, and there's a few ones that I can think of off the top of my head that are fairly simple, such as like Skyrim, right? You have the dragon symbol on the side, and then you press start and it opens up. That start screen was pretty minimal, but it was also cool in that it had the smoke going through. From what I remember, it's been a while. Obviously, this is just a picture. I don't know if it moves or anything. I mean, it just has... Then again, I don't think this game is out, isn't it? So let's find out what is the problem. It's fair to say that Starfield is Bethesda's most important game release in years, probably the biggest thing since rejuvenating the Fallout series back in 2008. And Bethesda head of publishing Pete Hines recently made it clear that the studio is taking the job of bringing that game to life seriously, and that he'll brook no suggestion that the studio is half-butting any part of it. Oh, get the torch in your hand. Okay, now go over to the TNT. Okay, sorry about that. Over the weekend, former game developer Mark Kern, whose past credits include StarCraft, World of Warcraft, and Firefall, shared his thoughts on the physiognomy. Oh my gosh. The look of start screens. The start screen of a game can reveal a lot about how rushed the team was and how much pride they took in their work. Starfield's start screen either shows hasty shipping deadlines by a passionate team overworked or a team that didn't care. Now, I hate to think that they don't care about the game, but that's kind of the rap that Bethesda's gotten lately of just kind of pushing out game after game after game to make money and not really putting much work into it, much care. So, I mean, I can see where they say it, but usually start screens would be towards the end of, of developing the game because if you're putting more work into the middle of the game, the start screen, would be towards the last. It wouldn't be as detailed as the rest of the game. But you also want the first look that people give your game to be really nice. Kind of sets the tone for the rest of the game. Let's see. It says the start screen of a game can reveal a lot about how rushed the team was and how much pride they took in their work, Kern tweeted. Starfield's start screen either shows hasty shipping deadlines by a passionate team, overworked, or a team that didn't care. Oh, we just read that. But yeah, that's kind of the deal. Skip that. Okay. Start screens are often done at the very end of development. Teams are too busy making the core game. It's quite common for the start screen to completely change once the game is shipping or on patch 0. Teams that take pride want to put a good face forward and will often redo these just prior to game going live. The comment drew a reported 9.1 million impressions on Twitter, including from quote tweets expressing this agreement. The response from Hines was short and sharp. The development team designed what they wanted, and that's been our menu for years and was one of the first things we settled on, he tweeted. Having an opinion is one thing. Questioning out a developer's care because you would have done it differently is highly unprofessional coming from another dev. Okay, well, I mean, he does have a point. It's not fair to just be like, oh, well, that's not cool enough, and so they obviously don't care about the game. It also could be. I mean, look at it. I don't know. I have mixed feelings on this. Like I said, I'm wondering if it moves at all. I don't know. It'll be interesting. The other problem though I have is how I like I said, I'm kind of torn because on the one hand, he's putting his foot down. He's like, "No, this is the way we want to do it, and we're going to do it this way." But on the other hand, developers need to be professional enough to take criticism from other people and look at it a different way and be like, you know what, maybe you're right. Maybe we could do, touch it up a little bit or make it a little bit more exciting. Something like that. But at the same time, you also don't want to take, because it is the opinions of other people, you don't want to take too many of those because then it becomes overwhelming and you can lose the focus of your game that you're aiming for. Let's see, it says Hines' reaction isn't just notable for its forceful defense of the Starfield team, which is to be expected, but also for its bluntness. Generally accepted rules of social media decorum means that it's rare for a high-profile game executive to drop the hammer on someone in such a public fashion. Hines' comments were widely supported, and they also sparked some interesting chatter about what makes a good start screen and how developers approach this small but symbolic detail. Gloomwood mastermind Dylan Rogers, for instance, said one of his favorites is from Alien Isolation, a minimalist scene he said captures the tone perfectly. I don't think there's anything wrong with simple plain menus. One of my favorites is the menu from Alien Isolation, captures the tone perfectly with just the right amount of detail. Okay, so this is kind of what I was thinking. That was Alien Isolation, not the other one. But I mean, it's similar to that other one, but I guess here, because you've got more detail in here, it adds a little bit more excitement to the start menu, I guess. The other one, I mean, when you put it next to that, yeah, it does look very basic. Like as if they have the main drawing that they want, and then they started to put it into life, and then just kind of, got busy doing other things. Okay, here's another one. This one's from Half-Life 2. So this one's a little bit more busy. You've got more things going on, but it is the game in the background. Right? Oh, here. This one's another one I was gonna say that's really, really simple. You've got the window, you've got press any button, and they'll take you, to start and stuff. This is from Last of Us. Last of Us. I think they even use this one in the, I want to say in the show as well. The Last of Us startup screen is just a busted window, and people liked it so much that HBO paid tribute to it in the TV series. Yeah, but this works for this game because Last of Us, is post if Last of Us, if you don't know, is post-apocalyptic. It's got kind of these like mushroom zombies. Anyways, where everything is run down and is being taken over by nature again. That kind of feeling to it. This start screen works really well for it. This one here, you've got, and forgive me, but I haven't actually played this one. But just looking off the start screen, I mean, I think, and I want to say it also is post-apocalyptic. Oh my gosh, I can't talk today. You know what I'm trying to say. Half-Life, I'm guessing radiation type thing. I actually haven't played this. I don't mind the less detailed ones, but like I said, this one works for The Last of Us. Oh, Elden Ring, here we go. I haven't played this one either. This is a big game. I have watched my friend, and I'll link her channel down below. She has been playing this one. Um, Dark Pixie Gaming. Check her out. She's pretty awesome. Defeating all the monsters and stuff. But look at this. This one reminds me of Skyrim, right? And it's very simple. It's got the name on there. It's got the little symbol thing. It's got press any button. You press the button, you go to the thing. So maybe, I doubt they'll see this, but I was gonna say, like, maybe what they could do with theirs is do something similar. Obviously, they don't want to copy. And I could see this, and this reminds me of like Halo, where they'll have like the little, or even Hogwarts Legacy, they'll have like little news blips type things going on to help you with the community. But that could easily be too. You could have like the main picture and then have, press any button and then start pulling up stuff. Just kind of clean it up a bit, I guess. Not sure. Let's go back. Ah, there we are. There's the Skyrim one. This is what I was talking about. See, it's got like the dragon symbol there. Press any button. This smoke fog thing goes through there. It gives it air of mystery, ancient dragonness. Very simple, but effective, right? Oh my goodness, let me see. In the end, it all comes down to exactly what Heinz said. It's perfectly valid to not care for a particular example or style of start screen, just as it's fine to not care for a game genre of any particular sort. But conflating your personal feelings with broad derogatory statements about developers, as Kern did, takes the conversation from expressions of feeling to assumptions of fact. Yeah, I'd have to agree with that because in adding things like, oh, well, the developers just don't care, that takes it from more of a criticism, constructive criticism, I should say, to just kind of picking on them, throwing shade, all that kind of stuff. So I could see that. I mean, it says it's the sort of nobody asked outburst that almost purpose designed to result in the metaphorical throwing of hands, which one Twitter user reminded Heinz is probably the whole point. Yeah, I mean, him saying that and everybody start, yelling at each other on Twitter is basically is bringing Heinz, this, I think it's this guy, yeah, bringing him attention. Probably not the best attention, but so interesting. Okay. Oh, we have a launch date. It says Starfield set to launch on September 6th. There won't be playable mechs, but there will be a snake worshipping death cult you can join. Okay, if you're into that sort of thing. I've reached out to Bethesda for comment and will update if I receive a reply. And Andy Chalk is the writer for this. Interesting. So what do you guys think? I mean, we've got all of these other more simple start menus, but what do you think of the one that Starfield has made? Is this a game that you're looking forward to playing? What do you think of the menu? I mean, is there something you would change? What do you think of all the drama going on? I don't have Twitter. This is something interesting, so thought I would share that. Nice little discussion. Let me know down below what you think. As usual, I am going to put all the links to all of these down below. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, okay. I saw this. Like the little thing. And I was like, oh my gosh. Okay, the Atari 2600 is a modern version of Atari's classic console, which plays the original cartridge. Oh. So what they're doing, let's see, this is videogameschronicle.com. And they're basically coming out. I saw they did something like this with the old Nintendo, right? They Atari and Playon have announced the Atari sorry, have announced the Atari 2600 Plus, a new version of the original Atari 2600 slash VCS hardware that plays original cartridges. Launching on November 17th at the price of $130 American, or let's see, 99.99 pounds, I think that is. I want to say this one's euros, so 120 euros. The Atari 2600 Plus has been created using modern technology to authentically replicate the original 4-switch Atari 2600 video game system. The console will come with a classic Atari-style joystick and will be able to play the vast majority of original Atari 2600 and Atari 7800 cartridges with a provided compatibility chart showing which games will work. That is so cool. So you can actually put in your old cartridges and play it on this. 10 games and cartridge include. So it looks like you'll also get a cartridge with 10, I'm guessing, more noticeable games. According to the chart, all the Atari 2600 games tested so far, only 3 don't work. Real Sports Boxing, Super Cobra, and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Speaking of that one, I heard that the new one came out. I can't remember if I grabbed the article of it, but so they just released a Texas Chainsaw Massacre game, and I've heard that it's like the scariest game. For those who don't have any original Atari 2600 games, the console will also come with a compilation cartridge containing the can't talk anymore. The following 10 popular Atari 2600 games: Adventure, Combat, Dodge'em, Haunted House, Maze Craze, Missile Command, Real Sports Volleyball, Surround, Video Pinball, and Yours Revenge. Okay, so it does come with some of the more popular games, what it looks like. And it's also sell a separate paddle controller for the console for $40, about 30 to $40, which will come with its own 4-in-1 game cartridge, including Breakout, Canyon Bomber, Night Driver, and Video Olympics. Additional standalone cartridge games, including Berserk Enhanced Edition and Mr. Run and Jump, will be available for about $30. So is this just a way to sell their games again? Because that's a lot for an old game. In February, Atari started selling a limited edition 50th anniversary box set of physical Atari 2600 games for $1,000. The collection, released as part of the ongoing Atari 50 celebrations, contains 10 physical Atari 2600 games, each in new packaging. Oh wow. While the box set has yet to sell out, and while its cartridges would theoretically work on the Atari 2600 Plus, 4 of them are included in the 10-in-1 cart, and most players will likely prefer to hunt down pre-owned copies of the remaining cartridges for a much lower price. So yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I mean, you either pay just about new price for the games. Okay, let's watch this really quick. Little ad. Maybe we can see more games or whatever, more details that they're going to be playing. They're making it look so snazzy. I mean, it is, but don't mind me just dancing to the music. Ah. So ooh, they even put an HD output in it. Two players. November 17th of November. There, we've got a date for that one. Also available. Oh, there's more. Stir, run, and jump. Berserk. And the 4-in-1. So cool. What do you guys think of that? That seems really neat. Very, very cool. Alright, this is a longer video. I didn't realize I talked for so much. Okay, so these next ones, let's see. Yeah, so these next ones I grabbed is just kind of, I wanted to see what really released since I've been a little bit out of the gaming scene lately. I wanted to see what released recently, what kind of things. I've heard of Baldur's Gate. I heard that one's really good. I'm actually excited to play it, although I don't have it yet. The idea would be to get it as soon as I can. Let's see if I recognize any of these. Moving Out 2. I have played a little bit of the first one. This is the one I mentioned, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Oh, okay, let's see. Oh, they've got pictures. Awesome. Okay, yeah, this one's more of like a D&D one. Let's see. It's been around for several years now. Its finalized release will include every completed story arc. Okay, so that's why it's number 3. I was like, see up here, Baldur's Gate 3. It's like, why is it number 3? I just know. Yeah, I haven't heard of this. It's a Dungeons and Dragons sandbox with players able to drive a narrative forward, making their own choices along the way. Have you guys played this one? Where it's been out in a while, out for a while. I haven't, obviously. I want to play it. Would you recommend it? It says 17,000 possible endings, all reliant on player choices. All from the minuscule to the game changing. How the action plays out will be entirely up to the player and their custom made hero. That would be fun. I've always wanted to play Dungeons and Dragons, and I just haven't really been able to find a group. Let's see, WrestleQuest. Haven't heard of that one. I'll leave the link to these lists down below so you guys can look through if you're more interested. I'm just gonna kind of scroll through where I have been talking forever now. So this game here, as I was saying, you like basically have to get all the different furniture out and into the truck. And it's crazy trying to work with the mechanics and with your friends. Cosmic Wheel, Texas. Oh my gosh. Like I said, I've been talking too much. Okay. Based on the movie. Same vein as Dead by Daylight. Yeah, that's the one I was thinking, is where you have the two teams and it says one player embodies the member of the Slaughter family, everyone else plays victims attempting to run and hide. Yeah, so it's like the Dead by Daylight where you've got one person is it and the other people have to try and escape. Let's see. There's that one. Immortals of Avium. I have not heard of this. Have you guys played this at all? It's an ambitious new single-player FPS game. It combines shooter gameplay with the dazzling world of magic. As you explore this game, you'll learn to harness unique magical powers and use this in a war for freedom as one of many specially trained battle mages. That reminds me of Mass Effect. And like I said, that's one of my all-time favorite games. That looks really cool. I might have to look that one up. Aw, you're my best friend too, sweetie. Blasphemous 2. Hack and slash, free-flowing art style, gothic charm. You play the penitent one. That one seems interesting. Let's see, Armored Core. This one looks more like a Ooh, you have a mech warrior. Post-apocalyptic, oh my gosh, world ruled by machinery. Okay, so you get to drive one of these. Cool. Goodbye, Volcano High. We won't talk about that one. Party Central. Is this like a multiplayer game? Let's see. You get dancing. Party dancing game with a bunch of mini modes, all focused on shaking your arms around. Interesting. Do I get maracas? I want to play with maracas. I'm wondering. It says it has good music, range of classic and modern hits. I'm guessing it would be multiplayer. Just has the look of something that would be multiplayer, but I could be wrong. Sea of Stars. That one looks interesting. Or sounds interesting. Throwback to the classic RPGs of the 1990s. I'm gonna say it has a similar look to. Oh, look at the little people. Yeah, to like the Game Boy Color games or just regular Game Boy. Um, kind of has that draw like they drew it. The look of Hero Quest for Glory. I always want to call it Hero's Quest. Along this journey, you'll visit sweeping vistas, environment puzzles, strengthen abilities. I will launch one day on both Xbox Game Pass and PlayStation Plus, so it should be fairly approachable for anyone curious. Okay, Xbox Game Pass. I do have that, so that would be some. Oh, is that it? Okay, looks like Leah J. Williams is the one who wrote this one. So that would be fun to check it out once it's on the Xbox Game Pass. Alright, next one. This list, another one of exciting games coming. We talked about Starfield, Night Market, Cocoon, EA Sports, FC24, Monster Hunter Now, Assassin's Creed Mirage. Ooh, I like the Assassin's Creed games. I haven't played very many, but the ones that I have played have been really good. A historical action series returns to the Middle East, set during the Islamic Golden Age in 9th century Baghdad. Ooh. It's smaller, more focused, and more manageable than the gigantic open-world Assassin's Creed Odyssey or Valhalla, which, in a year packed full of massive mega games, is no bad thing. That is true. Where they have a bunch of other huge games, having something smaller might be a good way to go. I have played a little bit of Odyssey. I wasn't able to play too much just because it is such a big game. Valhalla is one I've always wanted to play. I just haven't been able to. Spider-Man. He's one of my favorite superheroes. It says this one has Peter Parker and Miles Morales trying to protect an even bigger slice of New York from the Venom symbiote. Super Mario Bros. Wonder. A new old-school 2D Mario game, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, lets four people cavort across the usual surreal cartoon levels, accompanied by the comforting tinkle of collected coins. This time, levels remix themselves in hallucinogenic episodes, and Mario or Luigi or Daisy can turn into a hench little elephant. Okay, that comes out in October. I might skip that one. That sounds a little too crazy. And then the last one they have on here, Total War Pharaoh, be the battleground for the fall of the ancient Egyptian empire, or try to avert it. In this military strategy game, developer Creative Assembly is always just creative enough with history to make it maximally entertaining and interesting to look at. Okay, interesting. Out of these ones, I would say, for me anyway, probably the Spider-Man one and the Assassin's Creed. So let's check out. Oh, this one right here. Okay, so this one here is gamespot.com. And as always, I'll put the links down below. You can look it up if you want. I just wanted to see kind of what is set to come out soon. I'm recording this on the 25th, so we'll go from there. And we'll just go to yeah, I'll just go to the end of August and then we'll be able to, if I can do a video for next weekend, we can look at what's coming next. Okay, so 25th is right here. Armored Core 6, Files of Rubicon, Whisker Squadron Survivor. That is an interesting name. Untamed Tactics, Goodbye Volcano High, Rhapsody, Sea of Stars, Under the Waves, Daymare, 1994 Sandcastle, and War Hospital. And then the next ones are in September. Okay, so cool. Oh, another couple things I wanted to add to this video that I do with the news is I wanted to talk about, so Epic Games, not sponsored by the way, um, they do a, if you have an Epic Games account, they give away free games every once in a while, right? So these are the ones coming up. There's this one that's free now until August 31st. And then after 31st till the 7th is going to be this one. And I would suggest if it's a game that you like just to check every once in a while on the Epic's Game Store. And if it's a game that you're like, oh, I'm not so sure, looks interesting, but may or may not play it, I would say to add it to your library on there so that you have it. Because once it's not listed on the, you know, for that time period that they have it open for, it goes back to the regular price. So this one, after the 31st, is going to go back to $50. But right now it's free. And so you can add it to your library, and if you get around to play it, that's great. You know, you don't have to download it to your computer until you're ready to play it. But so this one, I already have it on my account. But it looks kind of interesting. This one looks a lot like, reminded me of, oh darn it, I just forgot what it's called. I think it's called StarCraft, mixed with like Age of Empires kind of a thing. But it's more in the Star Wars universe. It's an older game, but let's see if it says when it came out. Initial release 2016. Yeah. So it just came out again um, for the computer. So you got that. And then the other one, shall we see if we can take a look at it? The one that's coming out next week. Cave Story Plus. Oh, I was not expecting that from the the picture. Okay, let's see. It says arguably the most well-known indie game of all times, which I haven't heard of. Cave Story Plus features an original story brimming with personality, mystery, and fast-paced fun. Run, jump, shoot, fly, and explore your way through a massive adventure reminiscent of classic 8 and 16-bit games. Oh, this might actually look familiar. Hold on. Reminds me of Ash Ketchum, the little guy. Okay. So I'll kind of give you an idea what that is. That one will come out, it's, what did it say? Double check real quick. Free August 31st through the 7th. So yeah, so like where these two games, I'm not exactly sure I'll have time to play them, but they are a little bit interesting. I'm gonna add them to my library. I already have this one, but add this one to my library when it comes. And then, you know, if I ever feel like I want something new to play and don't want to spend money, I've got something. You can always go through too and erase it from your library. No big deal. Oh, the other one I wanted to go over was Steam. Okay, so on Steam, they've always got a bunch of different things going on. I just wanted to look through. Oh, looks like you can pre-purchase the Starfield one. The one I wanted to look at, oh, here we go. So they will have like special offers going on. So, you know, you should check that every once in a while. I'll just kind of scroll through them real quick for you. There's good deals there. Oh, I forgot, there's also Gamescom going on right now until the 27th. There's some demos on here that you can try out for, games that are coming out. You can also pre-purchase a bunch of them. I think there's also, I want to say there's some deals going on as well. But yeah, just go through and take a look. I can leave a link down below for this as well. I did download the demo for this. I want to give it a try. I gotta see if I can get my kids to try it with me because I think it's multiplayer. But yeah, there's some fun looking ones on here. This one, I keep thinking this one is Sea of Thieves. I love that game. But it doesn't look like it. It has kind of the oh my gosh, similar feel to it. This one looks really cool. We'll keep going. Anywho, that'll kind of finish off this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Something new to do to make a video on. Yeah, let me know your thoughts and what you thought of this style of video, what you thought of the little articles that we went through. Let me know if this is something you'd like to see more of. Oh, so yesterday, let's see, you guys are going to see this on Saturday. So yesterday would have been Friday, which is Ravenlock. I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun fighting the bison. And then Monday is going to be a shorter video. It's Hogwarts Legacy, of course, for Medieval Monday. And yeah, I get my new wand, so that's a lot of fun. I hope you check those out. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, that you stay safe and well, and I will see you next time. Bye, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, bye-bye. I feel like there should be some music here. Maybe I can find something.